Hi everyone, Cheryl here. I am back for another video. How is everybody today? I want to take a minute and thank everybody for being part of my channel and part of my family here. New subscribers, current subscribers, grateful for every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. I also want to say that my dear friend Teresa says to me about something I should have done on the 1st, and I thought I changed it to the 3rd, which I didn't. So those who follow me and know what I'm talking about will know what I'm talking about. I'm going to take care of it at midnight tonight. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I had to think, was there something else I wanted to say? The answer to that is no. That's all. I will take care of it midnight-ish, somewhere in there. But it'll be the official 3rd, because that's what I was going to from the start. I thought I changed it, and I thought that the 3rd was Friday, but the 3rd, what is the 3rd? The 3rd is Friday. That's why I extended it to the 3rd, to Friday. I was correct. So, yes, and it's going to be sometime Eastern time, anywhere between midnight and 2 in the morning. Somewhere in there, I'll take care of it. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, the pig. Valerie's beautiful Penelope that I showed the other day. I probably shouldn't have shown that pig because I did not follow her pattern. I did, minus I didn't use fleece. And as I said in my video, it wasn't like, I didn't want to go back and dig for it because my sewing room is a disaster, A. B, it wasn't farmhousey. And there's when I walked on my brain, because it didn't matter what it was or wasn't. I was obligated to test this woman's pattern. And again, I walked on my brains. I got excited. My excitement overloaded my brain, and it just went and fried. And I didn't think till after the fact, after my video, and I rewatched it, and I'm like, I really needed to follow the specs of that pattern. So I ran back and I tried to find fleece. Well, it must be in the storage unit because we took a bunch of fabric down there and I couldn't find a lick of fleece to save my life. Now, I had a lot of baby flannel, but I think that that was the first tub full of stuff because I used to make baby stuff a lot. And I have like tons of beautiful baby flannel. So, I will bet you that my fleece is with my baby flannel because that was the first stuff we took down in the storage unit. So I had to send Wynn for fleece, and I happily redid Valerie's beautiful Penelope. And here she is. And I just recorded this video and it got nutsed up and I have to re-record. Ignore this, like, I'll do it like this. Okay, so this is her pattern. Isn't she gorgeous? So she gets fleece in her snout, she gets fleece in her ears, and she gets fleece on her footsers. I love the tail. So gorgeous. And of course, as Darby says, with my critters, it's like the period on the end of a sentence. My critters, it's just my signature thing, I guess, have to have a bow. And Penelope here is no different. She needed a bow. Isn't that bow beautiful? So there she is. There's my version of Valerie's beautiful Penelope. I'm going to make a black one. I'm going to make a spotted one. I'm going to make a pink one. I'm going to make a fuzzy one. I'm going to make a whole pack of pigs. What's a colony of pigs called? A pen of pigs? I don't know. But I'm going to make a whole bunch of them because I love pigs and I love farmhouse and I love critters and I love beautiful. And I got to tell you right now, you cannot go wrong getting a pattern from Old Soul Crochet Company and Valerie. Her patterns are amazing. I mean, look at this. Don't you just want to twist this pig? So beautiful. Love her. Love her to pieces. Awesome pattern. Easy to follow. Easy to just follow the pattern. It's user friendly. There's no hidden whatnots. Very easy. If you can follow simple stitches, you can follow her pattern. Top notch. And I did struggle because I'm not used to doing it. And maybe some of you are, maybe some of you aren't. But I struggled with the snout and the ear at first, even following her directions. And I think it was my fault for two reasons. One, the fleece was too thin. And two, I was using really, really sharp scissors that spring that you use to, like when you're rag quilting, snip all your fingers. And I think it was going too deep and too big when I did my slits. So when I switched to this, it worked out much better for me. And also, I started to snip as I went by the second foot because it seemed to go better. That way I had exactly the amount I needed and I didn't lose count, because it's hard to count how many slits in fleece that you can't see, especially white. So that was just me and my personal thing, but it's just a learning curve like anything else. Once I got to the second foot, it was a breeze. And the second ear. The second ear was no trouble either, but the very first thing I did was the snout. And it was a little funky. Like, I had a hand stitch it at some spots because my slit ripped all the way out. Again, my fault. Nobody else's. Not the pattern's fault, not the designer's fault, the operator's fault. So yeah, just a great big plug for Valerie. When she releases that pattern, go grab it because it is amazing. Love Penelope Pig. Gorgeous pattern. In fact, and I'm going to, I just haven't yet. I have every one of Valerie's patterns except for the panda, which shocks me. I don't know why I didn't get the panda. Maybe because I chose other ones. But I don't have the panda. I don't have the little whale, which I love that whale too. And I don't have the flamingo she just released. But bet your bottom dollar, I'm going to buy them very shortly. I have every one of her patterns but 3. That's how much I love her designs. So yeah. That's my review on Valerie and her pattern. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Top notch all the way. Hi, Dixie. What's the problem? What? What, Booper? What do you need? A puck of snoot? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't. Thank you. I don't know why she keeps telling you this girl has allergies. So today I didn't get any sleep, and now I'm wide awake again. I got, what's that called? The second, third wind. I won't mention any names, but somebody had me occupado, and my husband woke up to go to work, and he went, "You two are absolutely nuts." But the guilty party will probably go, "It was me, Shelly." So yeah, but that's cool because I was working, she was working, we were getting progress done. And that brings me to, I am planning on, I'm going to call it a spontaneous sale. And I'm going to have these here and there. And I'm only planning it for one reason. I'm going to invite Shelly in with me because it's going to be like a duo sale. She's going to sell hers. I'm going to sell mine. We're going to go back and forth. And that way Shelly can get her feet wet into the live sale aspect of things. it'll be a lot less nerve-wracking for her, and it'll be a lot more, I wouldn't be as nervous. It would just be like it's her and I, only we're talking to everybody instead of each other. And I think that would help a lot. If somebody would have done that for me, my first live would have went a lot easier. I was nervous as all get up, but it helped knowing that mainly the people that were there were my family that first time, and I wasn't embarrassed in front of my family. It's not embarrassment. It's just like when you first start doing YouTube videos. You're nervous, you're what's the word I want? Apprehensive. You're apprehensive, you're nervous, and you just, you know, you want to give it everything you got, but you want to hold back. It's hard. It's really hard putting yourself out there. And I want to say, Gloria, I am so proud of you. Way to go, honey. Gloria James, please tell me I said that right. Hold on. And my dear, dear friend Darby now started their own channels, and I will link you to both of them so you can go check them out. Okay, there, Gloria James. Yes, I will link you to Gloria, and I will link you to Darbs. You always see me saying Darbs or saying Darbs' name. That's my very good friend Darby Deb. She is now doing her own YouTube channel, and so is my friend Gloria James. So, awesome for them. They are big parts of our crochet community. They're in chats all the time. Everybody's there going around and commenting and participating in everybody's channel. They're a great asset to our community, and I'm sure we'll all welcome them. I'm sure a lot of you already know them, as a matter of fact, because like I said, they're quite prominent in our community. So yeah, I'm excited and happy and proud of both of them, and look forward to all the content they're going to bring us. And I still have to catch up on everybody else. Hockalooey. There was a lot of you that put out new videos. I have to go to my comments, all of them, and respond from yesterday. Was it yesterday? Which, again, I'll do while this is uploading. No problemo. And, we talked about the sale. We talked about Penelope. Oh, one of my subscribers, I'm going to answer it in the comments, but I'm also going to say it here. That bunny she's mine. I did her. I'm not going to release that pattern. I said it in another video. It's not to be, how do I want to say this? It's not to be ugly or something. It's not that. It's, number one, I'm not into the designing phase at all. And number two, those bunnies and bears are indicative of us. And with yarn and hook, and I kind of want something that sets me apart. And I said this in another video, like Billy does her Damn It dolls. She's in a league all of her own with those Damn It dolls. Nobody's gonna touch her. She has them, and she has her niche with them, or her niche, or however y'all want to say it. I have my niche or my niche with my bunnies and my bears. Now, there's lots of patterns of other designers that I use, and I link them. And if I forget and somebody says something, I'm like, oops, sorry. And I always make sure I link the pattern, because I never, ever don't disclose whose pattern or whatever. If I haven't done it in a video or something, it's honestly because it slipped my mind. I know lots of times, like Billy, I promised her I would record me using PayPal and printing my shipping label and scheduling a pickup, that I never leave my house to do shipping, ever. They come pick it up every single time. I never leave my house. If people had to depend on me to leave my house to ship stuff, they'd never see it, because I hate to leave my house. I've been clear about that 100 times. So yeah, In fact, I'm going to do a video as long as it doesn't show my information. I don't know how I'm going to do that because I think you have to be logged in. I suppose I could act like I'm sending it to my P.O. box. I could do that. But if I send it from my P.O. box to my P.O. box, well, I could just put another P.O. box number in. I'll figure it out. But I would like to do a video so you all see, when I see everybody go, I have to run to the post office and take packages. I'm sitting there scratching my head like, why is everybody running to the post office? What am I missing? And Shelly and I showed Shelly, and then Shelly and I together, her on her end, myself on my end, we ordered for free shipping boxes. All flat rate boxes is what we ordered. Because technically, the way shipping is anymore, unless it's like, it can go first class, you're better off to stuff a flat rate and ship it. Shipping is out of control. To send 8 pounds to Shelly from me, from Pennsylvania to Idaho, $38. 10 pounds, $45. And what I had for her could not fit in a flat rate. I would have been better off to ship her a large flat. Well, a large flat and a medium would have cost me $35. So it would have cost the 8-pound weight. But how lunacy, or how ludicrous is that? That's sheer lunacy. I just don't understand how they justify the charges they charge for shipping. It's crazy. So I mean, that's one of the biggest reasons I'm doing the gift card thing, because I do not want to exclude anybody. I will not. If I'm going to do it, everybody is included. And that's just, I have to do it that way. I do understand those that don't, and I respect that. Shipping is astronomical. That is why I did it the way I did it, because then I don't even have to worry about the shipping. Plus, they get their prize immediately on the spot. Well, once they contact me, that is. So, yeah, that's the way to go if you all are even thinking about it. I mean, if you guys want to pay the shipping, but I just now hit over 1,000 where I could be monetized, and I have no idea when or if, you know what I mean? I know there's channels that have over 6,000-7,000 and they're just now getting their first check. I'm not even sure how this all works. And I mean, I really don't delve into it either. I got enough going on to try and figure that craziness out. I look at it this way: if one comes, or when one comes, it'll be a yay surprise. That's how I see that. So I'm not really, but bigger channels, even if they can afford it, like God bless Krista, God bless Crystal, I mean, they are like, wow, I can't do it. That's all I know. But yeah, I lost my train, what I was thinking. I know I was talking about shipping to Shelly, flat rate boxes. But yeah, I want to do a video for everybody if I can do it without getting personal information out there. Now, if Billy or Shelly sees my personal stuff, that's fine and dandy. I don't care about that, but I'm certainly not going to put it out for all of YouTube land to see. The other thing I could do is, if it doesn't work, if it's okay with, I think Kayla started it, correct me if I'm wrong, the YouTube podcasters, or Yarn podcasters group, I forget, I'm in it. I forget what it's called exactly. Let me see. Yarn podcasters. Maybe I could post something in there, and because we all know each other, personal information, it won't be like card numbers or anything. It'll just be addresses. And I'll make it mine and my mother's, so it's not anybody else I'm implicating. And I could do it that way, because I know a lot of people don't realize that they can actually have the stuff picked up from their house and schedule a pickup to happen the next day, and it cost them nothing. Nothing. In fact, the shipping labels are cheaper when you go through PayPal and you do it from your house. Cheaper. And all you need is a scale to weigh. And if you're using flat rate boxes, you don't have to weigh a thing. And I'm telling y'all, that's the way to go. Now, obviously, if I'm shipping something that can go first class or can fit in an envelope, I am certainly not going to use a flat rate anything. That would be crazy. But anytime I can, like, you know, if, say I was just selling Penelope here, she could fit in an envelope because I don't have her stuff with anything but poly. She wouldn't go in an envelope, but she could go in a small enough box that max shipping, I would think she would be no more than $8-10. That's not bad at all. But Bun or the Frog, it's not so much the weight, it's the size. They would benefit in a flat rate box. However, they won't be able to go in a flat rate box because it's them two and a dog yet I have to make for this awesome order I'm working on. So, you know, I'm going to have to do I mean, I always try and do the cheapest shipping possible because it's highway robbery. The shipping, oh my gosh, excuse me guys so much. The shipping rates they charge are just crazy. May 2nd, 2013, this memory just came up on my Facebook. I just wanted to update everyone on my quit smoking venture. I am 7 days today smoke-free. Yay. 7 days on May 2nd. So it was, the other day, it was, what was it, the 28th or the 26th or something? A week ago today. So on the 2013, it is 6 years that I quit smoking. And I smoke like a chimney. Chimney. Terrible. I quit smoking with green smoke. They were, you plugged them into the USB port to charge them. And I had I smoked the menthol, vanilla, and mocha. And I remember that at first I was puffing them. And I was at 1.8 nicotine. And that was the very first go. And it says on this, I have been using Green Smoke's e-cigs. I'm on 1.8, and that's what I started on. Nicotine, and just ordered my next carbonizers in 0. I didn't even last 10 days. By the 10th day, probably by the 8th or 9th, I was actually just holding that e-cig. I didn't even puff it. And then eventually I just put it down. Then eventually sometimes I would pick it up and put it to my mouth or not puff. Or just put it to my mouth and kind of go like this, like if I had a pen. Eventually, I didn't even pick it up at all. I think it was not even a whole month it took me to not even touch that anymore. Put it in a drawer and forgot about it. The end. Now, I did look. Green Smoke's no longer available. And it's a shame because they really worked. For me, anyway. I didn't use any gum patches or Chantix, or I just went down to the lowest nicotine I could get before 0, and that's exactly what I did. It was great. I love them. I threw my ashtrays away and all, and honestly, today was the first day. First, I was a little edgy. As long as I could puff, I've been good. I'm excited to start the 0, and I'm more than sure before they are gone, I will be completely free. And that was true. 100% true. I think I had 3 full packs of carbonizers. 3 full plus a half of carbonizers, and I got 4 at a shot. So, anyone looking to quit, please don't hesitate to use e-cigs to quit. They taste great, and it's such an easy transition. And you can go from low nicotine to none within a week or so. My advice, get the Green Smoke brand. Everyone told me they are the better tasting ones, and I could tell you they are great. And they have awesome flavors. I smoked the menthol, vanilla, and mocha. Love them. So there you go. Now, I don't know what vapes do. I see them all the time, but I never touched them. I don't touch e-cigs or vapes or nope. So it was 7 days on May 2nd, and it was probably another 1 to 3 days after that. So maximum 10 days from, say, 10 days. So 3 days, you know what I'm saying. So a week and a half it took me to completely get off cigarettes, I think. Well, I was down to 0. I was smoking 0 for a while, or puffing them here and there. And that, you know, the chemicals aren't good, but I had 0 nicotine in my system. And I realized this is just a habit. And eventually I put that habit down. And that was that. If I can quit, anyone could quit. And the funniest thing, I don't know if I told this story or not. I probably did. Everything I read, remember I did like years of research, 2 years before I went to that first bariatric appointment. Well, everything I read, people had to quit smoking. Their insurance or the surgeon's office required it. And I didn't even ask. I just assumed that's the way it was because it makes sense in my mind. If you need bariatric surgery to get healthy, well then what the heck are you doing smoking? Doesn't work like that. If you need weight loss surgery so bad, you got to prove that it's for health, not just because, hey, I want to look good in a bikini. It does not work like that. So most insurances and surgical centers made you quit smoking. Well, they never said nothing to me the whole time, and I didn't think nothing of it. And I know that even right the month or the week of my surgery, there were 3 girls that went in. They were on the gurney heading to OR, and they said, we got to check your nicotine. And the 3 of them tested positive, and they said, surgery canceled. Come back in 6 months and we'll retest you. I would have died at that very moment. So that was not going to be me. And I saw lots of them go through that before my week of surgery. So I made sure I quit before I even went to my first appointment with these guys. So, well, my first appointment was March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. It was May. I quit smoking before I went into my thing. My first, yeah. I was not on regular cigarettes. I was on these things very little when I went to my first appointment. Because it was mid-May. Or the second week in May, maybe. This is 2013. 2014. See, I get mixed up. I quit smoking a year before I went to that first visit. So what does that tell you? Because in my mind, I had to not be on cigarettes. Well, I'll never forget it. I'm headed up to the operating room. I'm on the thing. My bonnet's on my head, and I'm all prepped. And Dr. Rosenberger talked to me and all that good stuff. And they're wheeling me, and I look back up at him because he was up here. And I said, when are you going to test me for nicotine? He's like, what are you talking about? I said, well, you did everything but test my nicotine. Or did they do that when they drew the blood? Drew the blood. He said, what are you talking about? I said, well, I had to quit smoking. He said, we don't require that, and neither does your insurance. I said, say what? I quit smoking and never had to. Isn't that incredible? And I never said, oh, well, how's bells? I didn't have to quit. I can't wait to get out of this hospital so I can light back up. I never looked at another cigarette again. Matter of fact, when I go by somebody smoking, I'm choking and gagging. I can't stand it. So I hear a lot of excuses about a lot of stuff. And I always say, how bad do you want it? I loved smoking. I loved the taste of a cigarette. There was nothing better than sitting down, having that first cup of coffee in the morning, and puffing on that cigarette. Ah, it was heaven. Loved it. The thought of it makes me want to. I love the idea of living more. I love the idea of losing 100+ pounds I had gained. I love the idea more of liking what I saw in the mirror, being able to wear nicer clothes because I could fit them. And I love the idea of losing all the comorbidities that held me down and made me not want to wake up in the morning. So, how bad you want it? You'll do whatever you got to do. You really will. I was going to say would. You really will. And you'll be happier and better doing it. We all have choices to make. It's that simple. That's that lady's name, Judy. Okay. I was trying to think of the lady that does the bean diet and lost so much. It's Judy. I was telling my mom about her yesterday. She was a juicer, too, when I was juicing. That's how I met her. Because I tried the whole juicing thing. Try that juice. Not pleasant. So, yeah, I was just going down my wall. I apologize. Your memories on 2 years ago this day. I like to see what all my memories were. 2 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, 9 years ago. Whew. I think it's only 9 years I'm on Facebook. I'm always slow to the party. I didn't get the Facebook thing for a while, and then somebody taught me into getting on, and I was active there for a while with my wholesale stuff going on, but I stayed away for a while. I mean, I post every now and again, mainly pictures of my kids, the same stuff I post now, or stuff related to animals in some fashion. I don't get into the drama or I can't deal with that. I don't get into yapping all day long on Facebook. I have stuff to do. One post after another. Now, there's days I do. The other day I went on a post craze day. If I have something meaningful to post, I do. But most days I don't, so I don't post. So I'm rambling, I think. I don't mean to do that. Did I tell you about the spontaneous sale I want to have? I don't know, because like I said, I did this video before, and it nutsed up, and I had to restart, so I really don't know what I told you and what I didn't tell you. So I'll just say it again. Can you tell I didn't get sleep? Holy moly. I'm going to have like a certain amount of things. Like I would have only one like this unless I zip. Sorry guys, my camera cut out. I'm going to have 3 bunnies, but only one like her unless I can zip another one out. But I do have an order I'm working on and another one to start. So that is always priority, is my orders. I have doilies. I do have candle rugs. And I'm going to have mug rugs. I might get some baskets done. I'm thinking this sale is going to have to be next week because I got too much. I mean, this weekend's not going to work. That's tomorrow or 2 days from now. There's no way. My order is my priority. I want this order shipped to Jill no later than mid next week. No later. So, yeah. So that's in the works in my brain. And every now and again, I'm just going to zip out in between everything. Yes, I am, because I can. I'm very fast with my Ami. I'm going to zip out a critter or 2 or 3 or 4. And every now and again, I'm just going to pop out and I'm going to say, hey, going live on my Facebook business page. Head on over there for exclusive one-of-a-kind pieces that are first come, first serve. I'm going to sell them. Like I might have a frog made. I might have a bun made. I might have a bear or 2 made. I might have something that's exclusive that is only going to be limited that I make of. I don't know yet. But that's the plan. And as I've been saying, I want to get back into my lives. But I'm blessed. And my plate's been very, very full. I would never complain. I'm beyond grateful. And I'm not even sure how my fair projects are going to fare out. But, that's okay. Because in the end, that's only for personal gratification. Know what I'm saying? With this, I'm building something. So when somebody comes to me and says, Cheryl, can you make? Well, you're doggone straight I can. That will always, always, always be my priority. So, that said, we'll see how far I get and what I get done. And I don't really care if I don't get a fair project done this year. There's always next year and the year after that and the year after that. Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I'll still be here next year to participate. It does not have to be this year. I'm fine with that. You know, I got my woodland collection to finish. I got my farmhouse collection coming after that. I'm late on it already, but I did say every month, every other month. Now we're into May, so I need to get that at least 2 to 3 pieces of that collection flopped out there. Well, not flopped out there, but you know what I'm saying. So the fair is not my priority right now. It's just not. And that's where my heart's at. And that's where my conscience is telling me to be, is putting that on the back burner. And of course, always, 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 customers come first. And of course, my channel and everything we're trying to build here, that will always be precedent. So, I don't know. I don't know where. I got so much to do just immediately that I can't really think about the fair anymore right now. You know, we're in May, and that I have to have everything turned in by, I think, July 20th. Well, that's 2 months and 18 days. That's not long from now. I don't know. Especially when you have other things in the fire. Again, not my priority. I want to do it, but I don't have to do it this year. I just don't. And that gives me all year. And you can start any of your projects. It says it right in the rules. It cannot have been started until after the year before's fair. So the fair is, I bet you I don't have a date here. I do not. Say the fair is the 10th through the 15th of July. It's not. I know that for a fact. I cannot have started a project before the 16th of July. So you have to be after. I mean, I guess I could have started at midnight, technically, of the 15th, because that's technically the 16th. but it has to be after the fair. So I'm good with that. And I have to rip my dream coat out anyway, so it's not like that's going to count. That one panel and the second one, that's completely different. I still don't know how that happened. I'll be 100% honest, but it did. Oy. So that's going to take time to figure out. And that Liberty quilt that I am in love with, I need to make 490 some squares, little tiny 3x3 squares. Yeah. And then I got to piece all them suckers together. And then border it. That's going to be how much work. Seriously. A lot. So yeah, we'll see where it goes. But the way it's looking right now, the fair's not happening this year. And again, I'm okay with that. I really am. My heart wasn't set on it that it'll break it. It was exciting. It was something I wanted to do. Absolutely. But this will give me more time to plan. This will give me more time to work. This will give me more time for everything. So I'm good with it. It's actually a relief to think I won't have to worry about doing that, because that's just something else to add to the stress. And like I said, all you get is personal gratification. It's not like I get a job out of the deal. It's not like I get paid for it. I mean, you might win a couple bucks, but it's not a big payday of any sort. Yeah, you'll get your name out there and other people will see you, but I can guarantee you that people around here are not going to want to pay anything. I mean, you got some of the Amish and the Mennonite around here selling handmade dish rags and washcloths for 50 cents. How in the heck are these people making money? And they're brand new. They're not something that they cleaned out their linen closet. They're brand new. I'm sorry, but even if you crochet as fast as I do and can zip like 4 and 5 and 6 washcloths out in a half an hour time span, you're still not making money, because think of the cost of your cones. They're expensive. I don't know. There's no way. But that's what they charge. 50 cents. Yeah. Okay. So they're not even going to look at my stuff, especially if they can crochet. They're going to go out and see if they can find a pattern like it or whatever. So again, all I'm going to get is personal satisfaction, which, yeah, that's a great thing. That's great. But I don't need it. I'm building something here, and that's my priority. So, you know, my customers are amazing, and they're repetitive, and I love them, and I'm very appreciative and grateful for them, and that's my focus. And my YouTube channel, very important to me, both of them, very. So with that said, my eyes are getting heavier and heavier and heavier, and I keep doing this. I am actually going to go and sleep a little bit, upload this video later, because I cannot see me making it through. I'm going to wind up falling asleep in this chair, and then my neck's going to be hurting. I'm going to want to scream. I'd rather not go there. So I'm starting to get, as Chucky would call it, fidgety, and I need to skedaddle so I can get some shut-eye. I will see you all sometime between midnight and 2 in the morning Eastern time. Just yawn. I'm so sorry. And I will take care of my obligation. And I want to thank you all again so much for being here. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I got it right this time. I know I did. Please subscribe. Click the notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time I upload. Please give me a thumbs up and a comment, and I will get to the comments when I upload this video later. I do desperately need a couple hours sleep though. And share me with your social media, family, and friends, please, if you would. And on that note, I am going to bid you adieu, because I need to sleep. And if I keep shut my eyes like this, I'm going to be snoring on camera. And it's going to be all over. So I'm going to go. Love you all. Thank you so much. Sorry this wasn't my best video because I'm half dead. I mean, look at my eyeballs. Hello, I need sleep. Ivy. All right, guys. I'm outie. Talk to y'all later. Have a great one. I'll see you tonight. Bye.